Welcome to Happily Ever Afters, where love doesn't stop at romance. Join us as we share the tales of everyday magic and celebrate life's sweetest moments. Hear inspiring accounts of love, intimacy, and pure joy as we uncover the secrets behind true devotion and partnerships that really work. Brace yourself for a full-on heart melting. Here's your host, Carlos Clemente.
Hey, here we go. Another edition of Happily Ever Afters. I'm your host, Carlos Clemente, and my beautiful co-host is here, Dorothy Lucy.
Hey.
When we talk about Happily Ever Afters, we're talking about love. We're talking about joy. This show is a positive in our lives because we need it. We got too many things going on around us that are driving us crazy. So let's talk about something that's nice and slow and just helps us relax. And today, guess who's going to help us do that?
They are so gorgeous. I'm just staring at them.
Okay. All right.
You guys are a beautiful
right back
couple.
at you.
We have Nia Renee Warren and Lami Freebay. Is that correct? Did I say it right?
Perfect.
All right. Good. Good.
Hey, you got applause for that.
Yeah. Because I hate when someone says my name wrong. So I always try to make sure I get everybody else's name right. We have Mr. and Mrs. Mahogany here. How does that sound?
Hey.
Well, you guys were
proud of that.
college sweethearts, which I love that because I met my husband in college. I didn't particularly like him at the time, but years later, So what happened with you guys? How did you meet cute on the campus of USC?
Actually, we did. We met the first day of sophomore year. And our friend Joy, she's a photographer. She does a lot of things, but she had a big photo shoot for all the Black students at USC on the first day. It was like her annual thing, and I was her roommate at the time. And I showed up very late on my bike, and I was like, let me be in the last photo. And then I saw this handsome man, and I was just like, oh, I guess I haven't met every single man on campus yet. Let me go ahead and talk to him.
Oh, so you approached him.
She approached me. That's right.
All right. And what line did she use?
Oh man, what did you say? You must have said something about my dashiki because I was wearing this loud orange dashiki. and so she came up and she just said, "What's up? Hey, how you doing? I'm Nia. And she was a spring admit the previous year. So even though we were the same year, we didn't start together. But there was always these moments in these places where we almost crossed paths and didn't until that day. But then pretty much after that day, it was forever from that point on.
Really?
Wow. So what was your reaction when she came up on you? I know you weren't expecting it, were you?
Oh, no. No, I wasn't. And because she came late, so I was like, I saw her come up. And I was like, well, who is she? Like she said, I thought I had met everybody on campus. So when she came up, I was actually at the time asking different people to be in a music video I was going to shoot like a week or two later. So she came up and I said, okay, I need an in. Like, how do I keep talking to her? So I invited her to the music video shoot. And she came with her friend Joy that had invited her on that first day. And I gave her a little special part in the video. And then from there, we were just talking, went on our first date and we're talking every day from there.
Wow.
Yeah, my special part was like a little bounce and then drop with my friend.
And you guys have been together since sophomore year?
Yeah.
Yeah. 7, almost 8 years.
Mm-hmm. My son just got married and he and his wife, which is like so new, I almost stumble over that when I say it. They met sophomore year in college and they just got married.
Good luck.
Oh, great.
She is a mother-in-law now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I think I'm a nice one. I'm not sure how my daughter-in-law feels, but for you guys, I mean, in college, there's so many other opportunities, but there was nothing that interested you, obviously.
Yeah, there were a lot of great people and we made a lot of great friends, but at least for me, I felt like a lot of our friends were like relationship oriented people. So a lot of the people we met were already in long-term relationships, or, and that was something that was really beautiful, at least with our year at USC. A lot of people got together and there was a lot of Black love.
So were you ready for a relationship? I mean, when you saw this beautiful young man, you said, okay, after the first words, you knew you wanted to take this further?
Yeah, with Lami, like, when I met him and when I spent a little bit of time with him, I was, and my mom, I called my mom and my dad and I was like, let me tell you about my new husband to be. And we were just like, but is it too good to be true? We have to just kind of get to know him and see if the other shoe is going to drop, because he seems too perfect and too romantic. And it just got better. Like, and I didn't think that was possible. Like, it's only gotten better. And that sounds like, corny, but he's like a super romantic, most romantic guy I've ever met. And even the way he asked me to be his girlfriend, like, he knows I'm greedy. I like Ferrero Rochers. I like candy.
Food is the way to her heart.
Yeah, he spelled out, can you be my girl, with like Ferrero Rochers and like stuff like that, And I feel like he set the tone for like romance with people we know. Just like, you got to always step it up every time. You can't get comfortable.
And you guys like to work together too?
Yeah.
We've probably... No, yeah, we've probably, starting in college, we've had at least maybe three jobs that we've worked together. We worked in a restaurant together. We worked for the driving service and Campus Cruiser together. We led Black organizations together on campus. We have done film projects together. And so we have a lot of experience, which then ended up leading us to, when we got married, we just planned the whole wedding just by ourselves. We didn't do a planner because we already had so much experience just working together. Yeah. So we said, let's just do this whole thing ourselves. Yeah. So we work well together for sure.
You were talking about working together, and you were talking about, tell us about some of the projects that you've worked together, and just expand on them a little bit.
Yeah. So, we've done in front of the camera and behind the camera together. So we're both actors. So we did like our first little first little short film together, a student project. But today's also a big day because a friend of ours was killed, a USC student named Victor McElhaney. And he's from Oakland. I knew him from Oakland. He went to USC together, really close with my husband as well. And his sentencing for the person that killed him was actually today. And a while back, we actually made a film that honored his legacy together. And it was huge for us.
That was the biggest project at that point that we had worked on together. And it was really just came out of a place of having to deal with grief together, and in the community, a lot of the friends and family were involved. But it was definitely a test for sure, but also just a way for us to come together in a really deep and meaningful way. I think once we did that and were able to put that together and put it out, it made a lot of things better in our relationship and the way we work together. Yeah. It was one of the most impactful moments for sure for our relationship.
The movie Son of Oakland. So that was a huge story for people in LA, but he was a friend of yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was instrumental in us getting together too. Oh. Actually, that sophomore year, he was in my band. He was at all those music video shoots as well, and we had lots of late night conversations before we made it official between us. He was there every step of the way.
Yeah. So we definitely have been through a lot as a couple, and like I think we've gone through a lot of tests before we were even married, to the point where when it was time to get married, we're like, we've been through so much together. I don't really know why we wouldn't be able to have a successful marriage, no matter what life throws at us.
So how is your career, just based off what you told us about, like with this film, it seems like it helped you get through a grieving period that allowed both of you to bond even more. And how have you taken that and taken your relationship to the next level that makes you even stronger?
Yeah, so, not every project, is so heavy. That was something that we're always going to treasure, that project. And now we're just kind of doing our own passion projects, but everything I think we do is like if it's me, Lami's right behind me. If Lami, I'm right behind him. And right now we're really excited because we're working on a unscripted thing together. So we're doing a dating
show.
Yeah, and that's so much fun. We've already shot about 3 episodes, and we're just cracking up and having a really good time. And I went to film school, but we always joke because we say Lami was an honorary film student, because I would come home from film school and like we'd go over everything that I'm learning in film school, and then he's using it to make his stuff, and now we're just prepared to work together on this. So we're co-directing it, I'm hosting it, he's on the show, we're casting together, we're laughing, it's really about love, and that's kind of who we are. And it's really beautiful because we're helping people find love too. We already found 2 people that, kind of left the show together. We're really excited about it.
So you've already created some happily ever after moments for someone else through your work.
Mm-hmm. Which is like the dream. It's so much fun.
What's the premise of the show? How are you putting people together?
It's a short form YouTube show, so it's about maybe 30 to 40 minutes in an episode. If you've ever seen Pop the Balloon, kind of, it's not really like that, but we say that show just because a lot of people know that show, where it's kind of background, it's a white background, and it really focuses just on a single person with a few options and building connections with people based off of, questions and getting their answers. And so we have a lot of really fun, segments involved and games involved, but really trying to get people to connect on a personal level, especially out here in LA. The stereotype is people care about looks, it's shallow, the dating scene. And even though, we don't.
Wait, that's not true in LA?
It's kind of challenging the very people that you think are like that. We see them in between takes and they're like, I really just want to find love. And the coolest part is a lot of the people on our show are creatives, actors, musicians, and that's how we were able to connect with them. And it's actually great because you would think, 2 creatives coming together, like that's conflicting, and that's they have art, they're worrying about money, but it's like we as creatives, it's only helped each other being able to work together. And it's actually nice to connect people that are creative with other creatives and see how they can come together with their unit and see what they can do.
How do you create that feeling? All right, you're using the show to do this, but how do you create that feeling for people to find love? What is your secret to helping someone do that?
Yeah, I think a really big thing, we were talking about this earlier, I think a big thing is people just kind of seeing us, the way Nia and I work together, seeing the way we run the set together, how we plan everything. We're behind the camera, we're in front of the camera. And so even right now, as we approach people to be on the show without having actually put the first episode out yet, when we explain what it's about and explain our story and how we work together and what we're doing together on this, they're already very inspired. And so I think that's helped people even come on the show. And then once they're there and we're all there, it's kind of like they're seeing that union and thinking to themselves, or they're even telling us too, is like, wow, this is something that's really inspiring because, we see how it's possible. It's not only possible to find love, but also to find a partnership and to build something together in that partnership and a foundation for a future family and success and whatever people want to, accomplish.
I saw you guys even like to take each other's headshots. I mean, do you ever fight? You're like the cutest couple ever.
The headshot thing is really like, it's a fun story too, because, I was in film school and he bought me my first camera. And we thought I was going to use it to make films, but it ended up being a great way to just like take headshots, and we just learned how to do it together. And we did it for friends and things like that. And just another way we can like really be a part of each other's story. Do we fight? No, I mean, we really don't fight. I don't like to yell. He's never yelled at me. We disagree. Food usually solves the problem.
Especially when you're working with somebody. I mean, we understand what TV is like, and it's a little bit of a pressure cooker. And
Yeah, I mean, I think that I have like I get worked up quickly, like I have ADHD. I get a little stressed out about things, and I think that like we know each other so well. Like if I need a moment, he'll really step in and help me. And when he's doing other things, I'm trying to take other things off his plate. Just trying to really make the process, just knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, like, not trying to be everything for each other. If I'm overstimulated, Lami's a very calm, relaxed person. He can handle a little bit more than I can when it comes to stress. But I also, when I lock in, I can get a lot done really quickly. So yeah, it's just playing off of each other's strengths and weaknesses and just being patient with each other and being respectful
Yeah.
of one another.
Yeah. I mean, I had a great example of that growing up because my parents, they do a lot of projects together. They have an organization, not for profit. They do a lot of things together, and they're still doing it. And so I think, at least for me personally, I just had a good example of that and was able to kind of bring that into the relationship.
Lami, when she's stressed and she's already let out what the secret is to calm her down, what dish or what
Candy.
What candy? what besides candy? What else do you use to settle her down?
Yeah, it's food, burritos, pizza. It's foot massages. It's back rubs. It's getting her some tea. She wants some tea. But I know, I can tell just like it'll just be a look, or I can sense it, and I think we've been together for so long and have been through so many things that it's really easy now to be able to tell. And so it's nice to just do something for her, just to take the stress off, whether it's just, let me do the dishes tonight, something like that.
Wow,
I know. I mean, you guys have like a wisdom, and I know you say you've been together a long time, but I've been married 30 years, people. I mean, you have just together such a beautiful
fluidity. They're fluid.
Yeah.
You guys are just fluid. You guys, when I look at you two, you just flow.
Even when you're in different cities.
Yeah. So it's interesting to watch how you guys
Yeah.
flow together. And in our conversation here, you both even though I feel like you're looking at each other, even though you're not in the same place.
I mean, we're used to couples with great love contradicting each other all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's kind of like, what you said about the show earlier. There's so much going on in the world. There's so many hardships. Like, you want to make it easier. You want to have moments of ease. And I feel like that's how I feel about our relationship, honestly. Like, life is difficult. It's very hard. But, like, I love coming home at the end of the day and, like, trying to be each other's peace as much as possible, and communicating when he can't be my peace. Like, if I'm like, I can't, there's nothing you can do, I need to just do it on my own. That's okay, too, But, yeah, I feel very fortunate. And, like, I really want everybody to have that kind of love and not feel like they have to settle, and most importantly, like, really respect one another. That goes a long way. Just like I always say, like, start how you want to finish. If you start off yelling and fighting and snapping over little things, then don't think that once you get married or 10 years from now you're going to figure it out. Like, just start now, trying to treat each other correctly, build that habit, and just care about each other's feelings. Like, that's one of the things I love about Lami the most, is that I feel like he genuinely cares about my feelings. If I tell him, like, that hurt me, he's not going to be like, oh, come on, how did that hurt you? Like, I was just doing, he's going to be like, okay, no matter even what my intention was, I'm still going to always try to check and make sure you're okay, because, if you're not okay, then what are we doing? And I feel like I learned a lot about how to be a respectful partner by watching what you do.
Now,
I hope you're coaching people on your dating show.
Yeah, because like you're both young people, and you always say, oh, you look to people like Dorothy and I have been married for a long time, and we forget half of what we're supposed to do. But you guys, when you're talking to your friends and things, how do you inspire them to help create their relationships? How to, as peers, how do you get your peers to have that same outlook on love as you have?
Yeah, I think just leading by example. I think we're not the type to kind of just go give anybody unsolicited advice or, be preachy about anything. But I think that people have seen by the example that we lead and how we treat each other and love each other, that, it just comes naturally. And we have friends now because we're kind of within our siblings and even our friend group, one of the first ones to get married and been together the longest. So now a lot of our friends are catching up, are getting engaged, they're getting married. And so if they got questions, they'll be like, hey, how did you guys do this during this part? Or how'd you deal with stress during the planning or all that kind of stuff? We, then we'll share because, we went through a lot with a lot of that stuff. And so we love being able to share and help. But I think it really just comes from people spending time with us and seeing how we interact and how great our communication is.
And I think one of the things that we do that, I feel like our family's catching on with the surprises. Since day one in our relationship, we've always tried to surprise each other.
Oh yeah, we celebrate everything.
Start off with surprising each other outside of class. One time he surprised me outside of my class with a box of pizza. And that,
it's always the food. I'm telling you, it's always the food.
Birthday surprises, you do something big in your career or small, a surprise, a note, something, it really just,
already so many good lessons.
Yeah.
Celebrate everything, celebrate each other.
And have food.
Yeah. I would say more candy, but that, that's just me.
Have food, but then also work out so you can keep eating.
But I'm sure you do that together too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. We bought an elliptical for our bedroom, so we were just trading off.
Oh, okay. No, nobody's hogging it, right?
No, he'll be doing push-ups in the corner, and I'll be doing on the other corner.
One of the things in the show that I've been doing recently is I like quotes, and I like trying to find quotes that I feel might match up with our guest. And for you guys, I come up with this, and you look, even though you're not sitting together, but kind of look at each other. To the world, she may be one person, but to me, she is the world. I think that's what you've told us today, Lami, about this beautiful wife of yours.
Absolutely.
So, and you can reverse it to Nia. You can reverse it and say the same thing about him. But I just, that quote is what I see with you two.
Yeah, I feel that. She's my best friend. And we genuinely like her being in Oakland right now, it's like we just texting each other like, damn, I miss you so much, because we just love hanging out every day. And I really feel lucky that I get to be with her. And the quote says she's just one person to the world. But for me, what's cool about this stage in our life is that she's doing so many things with projects and, not only with the show, but she just got her real estate license. She's putting herself out there with that. She has her acting career. So I feel like pretty soon she's going to blow up and be a lot of something for everybody else too. So I'm just I'm kind of treasuring the moment where I kind of get all of her right now, All
right. Are there any other plans for family?
I knew that was coming out. I've been home all weekend, so I've been here. I've been here every single day. I'm ready.
Everybody,
yeah.
I would love that. I think that every day we're getting closer to being ready. We're at the stage now where we just see babies and we're just like,
That's how it starts. Then you get a puppy. Then
okay. So
we don't even have time to get a cat right now. We're just trying.
All right, then wait a little bit.
Yeah,
we're definitely waiting.
Yeah, but we're gonna, when the time is right, I think we'll just know. Yeah.
Wow. This is, I call them a super couple.
Oh my God, you guys are beautiful.
Couple. I mean, I just, looking at you, I mean, this is a perfect match right here is what I see. And, I really wish you all the best. And
I can't wait to see the dating show.
Yeah. When is that? When can we see that?
Yeah.
It's coming out next month, early next month, so June. And I'm editing it, so I'm editing it every day. I'll probably edit it when I'm done with this. And we're working really hard. Lami's gonna be working on the music for it, and and we're casting for other episodes as we speak. It's really fun. It doesn't feel like work right now. It just feels like a lot of fun, which I think is a good sign. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for having us here. Seriously.
We really appreciate it. Before we close out, one more thing of you telling people how to have their happily ever afters. In your own words, what advice to give young, old, anybody about, hey, go for your happily ever afters? What would you say?
I would say take care of yourself and take care of your mental health. And because life is hard and there's a lot of things we deal with. So if you can get yourself together and put the best version of yourself out there, there's somebody waiting for you. And then when you guys get together, you'll be able to give all of yourselves to each other. So that's what I would say.
I love that. And I would say drop the ego. Don't be afraid to make your partner laugh as much as possible, compliment your partner as much as possible. Give them a reason to smile. There's never such thing as being too romantic. But if you're led by ego, I don't think you're ever going to be able to be successful with love. You have to be able to put your heart on your sleeve.
I teach college students, and I always tell them, because of my experience, I always tell them, hey, look around when you're in college. And now I'm going to tell them about you guys. Definitely look around.
Yes. Yeah. Because you never know. They could be right there. That's a great time to meet somebody. I mean, I'm biased, but I love that.
Thank you for taking time to be with us today.
Thank
you guys for having us.
You're an inspiration. All right, you're an inspiration for young people.
You.
Yeah, and for inspiration for oldest.
How many times can I tell them what a beautiful couple they are?
Yeah. So those aren't just words. Those aren't just words. You really are.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, thank you very much, and that concludes another edition of Happily Ever Afters, where love is everything. It's the only thing that can really make us happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you both.
Thank you guys.
Love this. Thank you.